Stoic philosophy, which teaches people to develop inner fortitude and resilience to live virtuously and lead satisfying lives, places a strong emphasis on developing self-discipline. These 10 guidelines, which are derived from the writings of Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers, can assist you in developing self-control. Concentrate on what you can manage. A key tenet of Stoic philosophy is to concentrate on what you can control. This emphasizes the significance of focusing your attention and energy on things that you can affect. Here's a closer look at this idea. The practice of Stoicism helps us distinguish between the things that we can control, like our ideas, attitudes, and behaviors, and the things that are out of our control, including circumstances outside of our control, other people's acts and results. We can preserve our energy and resources, develop inner serenity and resilience, and concentrate on what we can control. One of the main takeaways from Stoicism is that although we can't always control events or circumstances outside of our control, we can always choose how we react to them. By turning our attention from outside forces to our ideas and deeds, we enable ourselves to confront obstacles head-on with bravery and clarity rather than letting fear or anxiety win. It takes self-awareness, mindfulness, and a readiness to let go of attachment to uncontrollable outcomes to put this idea into practice. Stoics advise us to accept the state of affairs as it is and concentrate on making positive decisions that are consistent with our beliefs and objectives. In your life, you can develop a sense of empowerment and agency by concentrating on the things you can control. By taking responsibility for your actions and reactions, you can overcome obstacles in life with grace and resiliency rather than feeling victimized or powerless by outside events. At its core, the Stoic philosophy provides a useful foundation for leading a life marked by increased wisdom, bravery, and inner serenity. Accept adversity. One of the main ideas of Stoic philosophy is to embrace adversity, which encourages people to see hurdles and difficulties as chances for personal development and advancement rather than as things to be avoided. Here's a closer examination of this idea. Adversity is a natural element of life, according to Stoicism, and nobody is immune to suffering or difficulties. Adversity should be accepted as a normal and necessary part of life, according to Stoics, rather than being resisted or hated. Stoics hold that we can develop character, courage, and resilience by accepting misfortune. We have the chance to push ourselves to the limit, hone our abilities, and uncover our inner resources when faced with adversity. It pushes us to go up to the plate, face our fears, and go through trials with bravery and tenacity. The practice of Stoicism helps us develop an attitude of acceptance and fortitude in the face of hardship. Stoics advise us to concentrate on what we can control, our ideas, attitudes, and actions, instead of moping about how unfair or tough our circumstances are. They also advise us to face obstacles with composure and calm. One of the main takeaways from Stoicism is that hardships are not always bad or destructive. Rather, how we perceive them affects how they affect us. Adversity can be reinterpreted as a chance for personal development and self-discovery, which can change how we see it and make us stronger and more resilient in the process. Adversity acceptance ultimately boils down to accepting life in all its complexity and unpredictability. It's about realizing that hardship is a necessary component of the human experience and that we may grow into our best selves by facing it head-on with bravery and resiliency. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides a strong framework for overcoming obstacles in life with discernment, grace, and inner strength. Put acceptance into practice. A key component of Stoic philosophy is acceptance practice, which emphasizes the value of accepting and realizing the present moment for what it is, no matter what its circumstances may be. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. The practice of Stoicism helps us to develop an accepting attitude toward life's pleasures and difficulties. Stoics encourage accepting our circumstances with grace and equanimity as opposed to opposing or resenting them. This acceptance implies a readiness to accept reality as it is, without opposition or judgment, rather than apathy or resignation. In Stoicism, acceptance entails learning to distinguish between the things that we can control and the things that are out of our hands. Even though we have no control over outside circumstances or results, we always have the option to decide how we will react and feel about them. We can spare ourselves needless misery by embracing the things we cannot alter and concentrating our efforts on the things we can, our attitudes, behaviors, and ideas. Releasing ties to results and expectations is another aspect of practicing acceptance. Stoics understand that holding on to hopes or wishes simply makes one feel angry and disappointed when things don't work out the way they had hoped. Rather, They support adopting a detached and calm outlook on life, accepting both success and failure with dignity and humility. Stoicism's central premise is that satisfaction and inner calm come from acceptance. We can free ourselves from the grasp of regret, anxiety, and dread by accepting the reality of the present moment. In doing so, we make room for a more profound sense of contentment and serenity. With acceptance, we may completely participate in life as it happens without feeling constrained by expectations or judgments. In the end, acceptance practice is about opening your heart and mind to each moment and letting life flow through you. It is about finding serenity in the face of uncertainty and change and putting your faith in the wisdom of the cosmos. Stoic philosophy is based on this idea, which provides a potent remedy for the hardships and stressors of contemporary life. Develop your mindfulness. A key component of Stoic philosophy is mindfulness cultivation, which emphasizes the value of being present and conscious of our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors in the here and now. Here's a closer examination of this idea. Stoicism instructs us to exercise mindfulness to cultivate an enhanced sense of self-awareness. We can develop better emotional intelligence and obtain insight into the inner workings of our minds by objectively monitoring our thoughts, feelings, and physical sensations. In Stoicism, mindfulness means focusing on the here and now with curiosity and openness. The teachings of Stoicism encourage us to concentrate our attention on the present moment, where we can make meaningful decisions and take deliberate action rather than lamenting over the past or fretting about the future. Being aware of our thoughts and feelings can help us escape the clutches of our instinctive responses, which is one of the main lessons of Stoicism. By raising our awareness of our automatic thought and behavior patterns, we can break bad cycles and develop more agency and freedom in our lives. Engaging in mindfulness practices also helps us become more resilient and composed when faced with obstacles in life. Instead of becoming overwhelmed by challenging feelings and experiences, we may handle them with more clarity and poise if we remain rooted in the here and now. We learn from Stoicism to see mindfulness as a journey rather than a goal. We can progressively increase our capacity for present and awareness by dedicating ourselves to daily mindfulness practices like journaling, mindful breathing, or meditation. This will increase our sense of well-being and serenity. In the end, developing mindfulness is about developing a closer relationship with both the outside world and ourselves. It's about living with more intention and purpose and realizing the beauty and richness of every moment. Stoic philosophy is based on this idea, which provides a useful route to increase wisdom, fortitude, and inner serenity. Establish specific objectives. In Stoic philosophy, setting clear goals is a crucial practice that emphasizes the significance of intentionally and clearly expressing our beliefs and purposes. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. Stoicism teaches us to recognize our underlying goals and values and to make decisions based on them. We may focus our attention and efforts on the things that are important to us by creating objectives that are specific and aligned with our core beliefs and priorities. This will help us live a more meaningful and purposeful life. We may concentrate our attention and resources on the projects and activities that have the greatest value for us when we have well-defined goals. Through the establishment of SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, we may chart our course for success and monitor our advancement over time. One of the main takeaways from Stoicism is that having well-defined goals in life fosters a sense of empowerment and action. Rather than being helpless spectators at the whim of outside forces, we may actively shape our fate by accepting responsibility for our actions. Moreover, Stoicism teaches us to be adaptive and flexible in our pursuit of our objectives. While having specific goals is vital, Stoics understand that life is unpredictable and that we may need to modify our plans as circumstances change. We may overcome challenges and disappointments with grace and tenacity if we continue to be resilient and open. Setting and revisiting goals regularly to make sure they stay in line with our priorities and values is a key component of the Stoic goal-setting process. We may maintain our motivation and focus as we go toward both professional and personal fulfillment by reviewing our goals regularly and changing our direction as necessary. In the end, defining our future vision and taking deliberate steps to realize it are the main components of goal setting. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides a useful framework for leading a more fulfilling life with more direction and purpose. Keep your integrity. A key tenet of Stoic philosophy is integrity maintenance, which emphasizes the significance of matching our deeds with our beliefs and ideals. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. In all of our encounters, Stoicism encourages us to behave with integrity, dependability, and moral clarity. We can develop an unyielding and unshakable sense of integrity by adhering to our ideals and values even in the face of temptation or misfortune. Being honest requires us to be consistent in both our words and deeds, and to stand by our moral principles even in the face of difficulty or opposition. For Stoics, maintaining one's integrity is a source of empowerment and inner strength in addition to being a moral obligation. Stoicism's fundamental realization is that upholding one's integrity fosters credibility and trust in other people. We can gain the respect and admiration of others and establish stronger bonds and relationships based on mutual respect and trust by acting with integrity, dependability, and moral clarity. In addition, Stoicism teaches us to be truthful and open with ourselves, acknowledging our virtues and faults, and making an effort to live up to our highest aspirations. We can find areas where we might be falling short of our expectations and take remedial action to realign ourselves with our beliefs and values by engaging in self-reflection and introspection. Making deliberate decisions that align with our core beliefs and priorities is a key component of Stoic integrity practice. We may face life's obstacles with clarity and confidence if we remain loyal to our values and selves, knowing that we are leading honorable and moral lives. In the end, upholding integrity is about trying to be the best versions of ourselves in every area of our lives, as well as living with moral bravery and sincerity. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which guides handling life's challenges and uncertainties with grace, wisdom, and integrity. Exercise restraint. A fundamental tenet of Stoic philosophy is moderation, which emphasizes the value of harmony and restraint in all facets of life. Here's a closer examination of this idea. Stoicism teaches us to control our impulses, actions, and feelings with moderation and restraint. We can develop an inner sense of peace and harmony that enables us to live with more clarity and purpose by abstaining from excess and indulgence. Finding the middle ground between extremes and not depriving ourselves of life's joys or allowing them to control us is what Stoicism means by moderation. We can live more purposeful and happy lives if we can find a balance between self-control and enjoyment. A fundamental understanding of Stoicism is that exercising moderation increases one's independence and self-control. Overindulging in monetary pleasures or emotional urges might be tempting, but by resisting, we can keep control over our thoughts and behaviors and make decisions that are consistent with our values and objectives. Additionally, Stoicism encourages us to develop moderation in how we react to situations and occurrences outside of ourselves. We can deal with life's obstacles by staying collected and peaceful in the face of difficulty and avoiding overreactions or emotional outbursts. To practice moderation, one must be self-aware and disciplined. It calls on us to be aware of our feelings, ideas, and behaviors as well as to intentionally choose decisions that align with our priorities and core beliefs. In the end, exercising moderation is about developing harmony and balance in every area of our lives. It involves leading a purposeful life and making decisions that promote our happiness and long-term well-being. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides a useful framework for leading a life marked by increased wisdom, fortitude, and inner serenity. Seek knowledge. A key component of Stoic philosophy is seeking wisdom, which emphasizes the need for continuous learning and personal development. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. The practice of Stoicism helps us to develop a profound respect for wisdom as the greatest virtue. We seek wisdom to live with more clarity, purpose, and integrity as well as to gain a deeper understanding of the world and ourselves. One of the main takeaways from Stoicism is that wisdom is a lifetime process of self-discovery and advancement rather than something that can be attained once and for all. We may continuously increase our knowledge and insight and develop a deeper comprehension of the intricacies of life by continuing to be open-minded and inquisitive. For Stoics, the secret to leading a moral and satisfying life is wisdom. By developing wisdom, we can learn to face life's obstacles with grace and resiliency and to make informed decisions that are consistent with our beliefs and objectives. Stoic wisdom seeking necessitates a dedication to introspection and self-examination. It calls on us to be willing to challenge our presumptions and prejudices and to honestly and humbly assess our attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs. Stoicism also encourages us to value other people's wisdom. We can obtain important insights into the human condition and benefit from the experiences of those who have gone before us by studying the teachings of ancient thinkers and wise mentors. In the end, gaining wisdom is about developing a strong sense of inner understanding and self-awareness that empowers us to live more authentically, purposefully, and fulfilled lives. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides an enduring framework for leading a wise, brave, and honest life. Remain resilient. A cornerstone of Stoic philosophy is staying resilient, which emphasizes the value of retaining inner strength and fortitude in the face of difficulty. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. Resilience is a crucial attribute that Stoicism teaches us to develop so that we may overcome obstacles and disappointments with grace and tenacity. Stoics believe that instead of letting obstacles overwhelm you, you should meet them head on and answer with bravery and fortitude. Adversity is an essential part of life, and we cannot always control outside events or circumstances. This is one of the key truths of Stoicism. But we do have the ability to control how we handle hardship and to develop the inner strength needed to face life's challenges. To be resilient in Stoicism, one must retain composure and inner serenity no matter what happens outside of themselves. It calls on us to put all of our efforts into controlling our thoughts, attitudes, and behaviors while accepting the reality of the current moment without resistance or judgment. Stoicism also encourages us to see obstacles and failures as chances for development and betterment. We may harness adversity's transforming potential and come out stronger and more resilient by redefining it as a test of our character and perseverance. Developing coping mechanisms and resilience-building practices, such as self-care, social support, and mindfulness, are all part of Stoic resilience practices. We can improve our capacity to handle adversity with poise and fortitude by honing these abilities. In the end, maintaining resilience is about developing an inner sense of fortitude and strength that enables us to meet life's obstacles head-on and do it with courage. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides an enduring framework for leading a wise, resilient, and peaceful life. Set an example for others. A fundamental tenet of Stoic philosophy is leading by example, which emphasizes the significance of modeling the values and qualities one wants to see in others. This is a more thorough examination of this idea. True leadership starts with moral clarity and personal integrity, as Stoicism teaches us. By leading by example and upholding our morals and convictions, we encourage others to pursue similar virtues in their own lives. Setting an example for others means coordinating our words and deeds with our core beliefs and priorities. Stoics hold that the best leaders lead by setting a strong example, believing that deeds speak louder than words. One of the main takeaways from Stoicism is that true leadership is about encouraging and enabling others to become their best selves, not about controlling or exercising dominance over them. Wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance are qualities that when we live by, we can have a positive knock-on effect that has a significant impact on people around us. Additionally, Stoicism encourages us to treat people with love and respect by having empathy for their viewpoints and experiences. We cultivate a sense of trust and cooperation that fortifies our bonds and creates a sense of community when we act with empathy and compassion toward others. Leading stoically requires a dedication to ongoing personal development. It necessitates that we examine our deeds and conduct with humility and honesty, and that we are open to picking up lessons from our failures. Being the change we want to see in the world is ultimately what it means to lead by example. It's about living up to the values and ideals we cherish and encouraging others to follow suit. Stoic philosophy is based on this fundamental idea, which provides an enduring framework for acting with compassion, knowledge, and integrity in leadership roles. You can develop self-discipline and resilience by putting these Stoic ideas into practice daily. This will increase your fulfillment and success in all facets of life.